When you get a new camera, expectations. However, the reality. What's up guys, Section here back with another video. Alright, as the title suggests, you know what this video is all about. Yes, in this video, I'll be doing a quick unboxing and let you know my impressions on the Panasonic FZ300 digital camera. This, my friends, is an awesome camera loaded with some amazing features. Whether you're a photographer, a traveler, or even a YouTuber like me, then this camera is something that you might want to check out. Let's get started. Here we have the box, small and compact. A CD which has some applications, quick start guide, owner's manual and some documentation. Lens hood to protect the lens while shooting in harsh weather conditions. Lens cap to protect the lens while carrying around. Strap, USB cable. So that's about the box. Let's jump right to the camera. On the front we have the Leica 25-600mm lens with an aperture of 2.8. Here we have the self timer indicator. On this side we have the button to zoom in and out. And this is to switch between auto and manual focus. And this one for macro. Here we have the inbuilt speaker. A 3.5mm mic slot which is used to connect external microphone. A loop slot for attaching the strap. And here is a small button which pops out the flash. And here we have the EVF diopter corrector. On the right we have the hand grip. I must say it is excellent. Feels very grippy and good to hold in the hands. And this side we have a compartment which houses the slots for wired remote, mini HDMI and an AV out digital port. And on top we have the inbuilt microphone, slot to fix external mic or flash or any additional accessories. And here we have a mode dial which is used to change between modes and settings. An on-off switch here. And another dial which is used to change ISO, aperture, etc. Two function buttons which you can configure to whatever you want. Wi-Fi indicator, record button for video, and the shutter button with a knob to zoom in and out. At the back we have the viewfinder with an eye sensor, a switch to quickly change between focus. Here we have the play button, the display button, set of buttons for menu, ISO, white balance, etc. And here is another function button, and you can find one more here to configure to whatever you want it to do. And here we have the rotatable touch display. It is amazing. That's about the camera. This camera has some pretty amazing settings to play with, and if I have to cover them, I'm sure it'll take a day. So to keep the video short, I'll only talk about some highlighted features of this camera in general without getting in depth. If you have any questions, you can post them and I'll try to answer it. Remember, I'm not a camera professional, so don't expect expert advice. Alright, let's get to the generic things. First is the pixels. It is a 12.1 megapixel camera with a Leica 25-600mm lens with an aperture of 2.8. Has 24x optical zoom and the ISO range is 100 to 6400. Has both auto and manual focus. When it comes to photos and videos, I am impressed. Photos and videos taken in this are beyond what you would expect. Seriously, macros are awesome. Now let's move on to the build quality. It borrows the design standards of a DSLR. It looks very premium, and another highlight is it is weather resistant. So if you're shooting say in a harsh weather condition, this is well protected. Next are the advanced settings that gives this camera DSLR range, auto and manual options. You have a lot to explore and it is a delight. Filters, different modes, you are gonna love it. The things that you can do with this camera is on. Next is it can shoot 4K photos and videos at a resolution of 3840 into 2160. Videos can be taken at 25 frames per second in 4K and up to 50 frames per second in full HD. Also you get to shoot raw photos, time-lapse videos, panorama and more. You can do high-speed burst shooting of 12 frames per second at full resolution, and the focusing is super fast. There is also a post-focus mode where you can change focus after taking a photo. Pretty cool. Next is it has 5-axis optical image stabilization. So if you're shooting a video handheld, then the 5-axis OIS handle shakes pretty well. Next is the rotatable touch screen, which is pretty good whether you're navigating around or changing settings. Especially I find it helpful when I shoot videos where I can watch myself while recording. Or guess what? Even selfies. Next is the OLED live viewfinder. It is pretty good and does what it commits. Next is its wireless capability. You can transfer photos, videos, basically connect to the camera wireless. You can also take complete control of the camera. It also comes with this nice Panasonic app, which is very handy to manage the camera, use your smartphone to control it as a remote, and do a lot more. Next is the battery. It comes with a 1200 mAh battery and lasts up to 500 shots on an average. Next is it has external microphone slot, which as a YouTuber for me is very important, so I can connect my external mic to capture better audio quality. Now coming to a question which you might have, what memory card can I use with this camera? Well, since this can go all the way up to 4K, I won't recommend anything less than a Class 10 Ultra SD card. Here is one from SanDisk which I would recommend. Again, the higher the capacity of the card, the better, as with more resolution, it will occupy more space. Now let's move on to some samples which I've shot using this camera. These are just to give you guys an idea. I guess the above gave you an overall basic idea on the Panasonic FZ300 digital camera. If you're hunting for a point and shoot camera with DSLR level features, then this is something you can check out. Like I said at the start of this video, this is just to give you a generic idea on the camera and not an in-depth review. Got any questions? Post them in the comments and I will try to answer them to the extent I know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and hitting that subscribe button would always motivate me to do more videos that you guys will truly enjoy.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Can you take a photo of me?